My name is Jake Kirkpatrick, founder of KPTech, and today I will be talking to you about the CompTIA A Plus Introduction, a gateway into your IT career. Firstly, what is CompTIA A? The CompTIA A exam is an entry-level certification for IT professionals, offered by CompTIA A, a nonprofit trade organization. This certification covers essential IT topics, hardware, software, networking, and security, and far more. The certification is widely recognized and well demanded in the industry. The CompTIA A Plus certification shows employers that you have the core knowledge to work in the IT field. Why should you be getting this certification? The CompTIA A Plus certification validates your core IT knowledge and troubleshooting skills, serves as a foundation for advanced certificates, for example, the CompTIA Network Plus and CompTIA Security Plus, and it helps you gain a hands-on, real-world experience to learn skills that employers value. This qualifies you for entry-level IT jobs, which we will be covering later. How does the CompTIA A Plus test work? There are 2 exams required, and there's 90 minutes for each exam, and these can be taken at any time, any interval, all right? So they don't have to be consecutive, they're not right after each other, you do one at a time. And firstly, we have the Core 1, 222-1101. This covers hardware, networking, mobile devices, and cloud computing. Those are just the broad topics. Of course, there's little niches inside, but those are the broad topics that we'll be covering. And then we're going over Core 2 as well, 220-1102. And this covers operating systems such as Bash, Mac OS, Windows, Bash from Linux, and this covers operating systems, security, software troubleshooting, operational procedures, and you'll learn other things like PowerShell, and we'll get more into that in the future. And then the format that it'll be is up to 90 questions per exam, and there are 90 questions in 90 minutes. So if you put 2 and 2 together, that means you have a minute for each individual question, which makes it a difficult test to do. Some people say it's one of the hardest they've taken, but you're an IT specialist. Soon you will be. Soon you'll be able to learn, and soon you'll be able to ace this test first try. And then we have multiple choice, drag and drop questions, and performance-based simulated tasks. So these give you a hands-on feel for it, as we talked about before. And all of these will be comprised, and the best strategy is to go for the individual ones first, but we'll get into that later, all right? And a passing score for the first exam, the Core 1, will be 675 out of 900, aka 67, or about a 70%, sorry about that, about a 70%. And then for the Core 2, we have 700 out of 900. So that will be 7/9 of the questions right. And then the first one would be 6.75 ninths, that's how many you have to get right, all right? And then the cost per exam is around $239 per exam, and the discounts are available for students or bundles. For example, if you have an entire group of people who are taking it, you can buy them all in bulk for cheaper, but for you, that most likely won't be the case. What you'll learn in Core 1. So Core 1 discusses many topics, but the main 5 we're going to be talking about are mobile devices, networking, hardware, virtualization and cloud computing, and troubleshooting, all right? We'll be talking about a lot more than this, but this is just the base foundation. So for mobile devices, we'll be covering topics such as setup and troubleshooting laptops, smartphones, and tablets, just the simple IT work. And then we're going to talk about networking, and we're going to talk about the basics of IP, such as headers and everything in that nature, and then Wi-Fi, SOHO routers, and common ports and protocols that are put in place. And then next we're going to talk about hardware, where we install and configure PC components and peripherals. For example, plugging in your webcam, plugging in your keyboard. Those are examples of peripherals, all right? Those are connected to your computers, and we'll touch more on those later whenever we teach about it. And then next we're talking about virtualization and cloud computing, and we're just getting an introduction into cloud models and virtual machines. And then lastly, we'll be talking about troubleshooting, where we diagnose hardware and connectivity issues and doing it step by step, and being able to properly gauge that information and put it down so that everyone else can read it and learn from it. And then next we're going to talk about Core 2, 220-1102. And Core 2 speaks on 4 main topics. We're going to talk about operating systems, Windows, Mac OS, Linux, and mobile OSs, and management of them. And then we're going to touch on other topics such as Bash and PowerShell, as I mentioned earlier, which are quote-unquote scripting languages that are used within the machine command line of these. And you're able to do powerful commands with them, but it comes with a lot of risks if the wrong people have the administration purposes, but we'll cover that later, all right? Next, we're going to talk about security, basic threat prevention, Password policies and physical security. Cybersecurity is a huge concern. It's a large growing field, and this certification will help you get into it. But security is just a foundation that we need to know. We'll touch more on it in further certifications, but this is just a base thing that we need to know. We need to know protocols that need to be put in place, as well as password policies to make a safe environment so that we can keep our files safe. Alrighty, next we're going to talk about software troubleshooting, and for example, we're going to talk about common OS and application issues. So, for example, if your Excel sheet isn't working, you're going to have to troubleshoot it, and that's just a simple example. But as we go on further, we'll be talking about more complex systems, and then we're going to talk about operational procedures, safety, documentation, professionalism, and best practices. For example, you want a protocol set in place, and you want it to be documented whenever you make a solution for something in IT. For example, someone's laptop has an issue, all right? Then you run into that issue again, but you don't have the old solution saved, and now you're trying to jumble your brain. You're trying to remember, oh, I can't remember exactly how I fixed it. This is why we need documentation, because this documentation is important. We're able to use it to troubleshoot further issues down the road and be able to learn from it. Alrighty, and what can the CompTIA A+ qualify me for? The CompTIA A+ certification qualifies you for many roles. For example, we're going to name the top 3. Help desk technician. And a help desk technician assists users with hardware/software issues. If you see someone working at a desk, taking phone calls all the time, running around, fixing systems, helping everyone out with their issues, that's them. IT support specialist. Provides general tech support across systems. This is a similar role where you're going to be helping people within your company or however you're working with. You're going to be helping people. You're going to be helping them answer tickets, quote-unquote issues that they'll send you through a ticketing system, and we'll touch more on that later. But then we're going to talk about the desktop support technician, and the desktop support technician installs, configures, and troubleshoots desktop systems. And this certification is a strong first step in IT, earning roughly $50,000 in most of these roles, depending on the company. And just to think, a certification like this, that can be so beneficial, and you can make so much more money. All right, now I'm just going to give you a brief summary of what we've covered. The CompTIA A+ is an industry-standard entry-level IT certification. You'll learn real-world skills, troubleshooting, networking, hardware, OS, aka operating systems, and security, and a lot more than that. Alrighty? And it requires 2 exams, Core 1 and Core 2, covering a broad IT knowledge base. This leads to roles like help desk technician, IT support specialist, and then desktop technician. This builds a strong foundation for advancing to higher level certifications such as the CompTIA Network Plus and CompTIA Security Plus, and these are further down the road. And this is a widely respected and recognized certification by employers all around the world. Who am I? My name is Jacob Kirkpatrick. I founded a company called KPTech. I'm a web developer and tech specialist, as well as a student. KPTech is a tech business created to provide IT services and freelance tech-related work. And we cater to businesses, student-led organizations, as well as just freelance work in general. And I'm offering website creation and tech solutions. And I'm very passionate about technology. I'm IT certified by Google, and I'm currently working on getting my CompTIA A+ and Security Plus certification. So we're going to be working together, and we're going to be learning together, and we are going to pass this test together. Alrighty? And I want to make tech education accessible to everyone and help others learn valuable skills in IT and computer science. I look forward to helping you start your journey into the IT industry. KPTech online free course. So, KPTech wants to provide an accessible YouTube free online course for anyone interested in earning the CompTIA A+ certification, which I will have on this channel right here, and I'll have an entire playlist for you. We will have step-by-step lessons on each individual topic on the test in chronological order, and we will cover each individual topic in detail, starting with the Core 1101. So this playlist will be comprised of all the videos in the Core 1101. The program will provide concise lessons in bite-sized videos that can be easily consumed, because I want you, the watcher, to be able to go, you're eating dinner, oh, might as well study up, watch a free video. Why not? Because you want to learn, and you want to be a better version of yourself, and you want to invest in yourself. And clearly, if you're watching this video, you are a hard worker who can invest in themselves, and you're going to apply yourself, and you're going to earn this certification, and you're going to earn the money, and you're going to get a job, and you're going to prepare yourself for your future. I hope I could provide some insight today, and I hope that you learned something from this PowerPoint. And I look forward to meeting you in the future, and I look forward to working with you. We are going to learn together, and we are going to conquer this test. This test is just one trial that we can pass, because we are people who are dedicated and strong, and we will pass this exam. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.